Welcome back to the Gamers Who Game Show. I'm Chris.
I'm Nick.
I don't think we introduced ourselves last time.
I don't think they care who we are or what we're doing.
I think, well, okay, so who we are is Chris and Nick. What we're doing is playing Metroid Fusion.
Yeah.
And you promised the viewers last time that we're going to get this missile thing.
Well, let's see if it happens. It probably won't. This is a really hard one to get without the gravity suit. It just requires fast fingers and quicker wits.
And a PS3 controller. It's the only way to get it. Fun fact.
Well, what do you want to talk about while I'm struggling over here?
Oh, jeez. I'm trying to watch this show. It's called Touch. It's been a while since I watched it. I saw the first like 4 episodes, and it was really good. I thought it's different than I would have expected, but it's very good. Not really action based as much as I figured, but more like I would even say it was detective drama based. So that's really good. So I need to keep watching it. So funny story about that actually. That show is about this boy who kind of knows. I'm gonna say he knows everything. He's connected to the world. He's connected to certain people, and he tries to help people. He knows what they're going through. He knows where they're gonna be. He kind of can predict the future, but he can only communicate via numbers. He can't speak. He can't like write anything else besides numbers. So he has to communicate with Jack Bauer.
Yeah, I was about to say you're missing an important detail.
No, it's not really Jack Bauer. It's Kiefer Sutherland.
It's definitely Jack.
That's not an important detail. Anyway, he communicates with his father using numbers. So sometimes he'll like give him a phone number to call, an address, whatever. Anyway. So he communicates with numbers. Other people like him that communicate kind of the same way. He tries to help solve crimes and help people, save people's lives by this. And there's other things going on. I don't really know the deeper part of the show. But anyway, numbers is a very important part of the show. Anyway, the day after I finished watching like 4 or 5 episodes, there was this homeless guy on the side of the road that had this cardboard sign that all had was 1 zeros and like in different orders, and like there was this one was like 3 4 2 6 7. It was like a phone number perfectly, but not really. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is real. So I gave him $1.
That's interesting.
It scared me.
I've been watching Breaking Bad, but I don't need to describe that to you.
No.
Yeah, just waste the opportunity to talk about something.
Congratulations.
You didn't start it, did you?
Well, I started it. No.
No, you. Anyway, yeah. So back to
the past.
Yeah, back to. I didn't know about this until a few weeks ago. Anyway, oh no, I knew about this one.
What percentage do you think you're gonna get?
I think I'm gonna get a 40. Anyway, I'll probably get a little more than that, like 41.
Have you ever? Are you serious?
I don't remember what like my average is. I think it's probably like 60 or 70.
Have you never get 100?
What do you think? I hate myself? Because you'd be right.
I don't know.
I've tried. There's just some that are like really irritating to get, and I don't try too hard. You know my resolve. It's weak.
I don't know what that word means.
That's the one thing that's like doesn't suit me about Metroid, being like a completionist. It's always there's like a big push to get 100%, and you get like special things for doing it, and I just like never do it because I suck.
Because you're a wuss.
I just like
you're a wuss. You're a wuss boy.
I hate the idea of
wuss boy, son.
I hate the idea of dedicating time to video games. You know what I mean?
Well, I guess you don't want to be on this channel anymore. You're fired.
Got fired by the host.
Exactly. I'm sorry. I have to do it all myself now. Never mind. You're hired again. It's kind of it's good. It's good times. This is good. I honestly thought. Well, again, like I haven't really been doing any of the harder work, like editing and posting. But I really thought this would be more stressful than it is. It's actually kind of relaxing. It's fun.
Like
it's fun. You kind of like I can vent. I can whip out my Huang. No one says anything about it, so...
I probably would if I wasn't so used to it already.
It's true.
Yeah.
But it's fun.
Yeah.
By the way, the summer's gonna be hectic for me. I got work and I got school.
You asked me if my objective was clear, and it really wasn't. I said yes. We're gonna go to water. That's what it's called, water. The thing I wanted to say about Metroid...
is that you're gonna pay...
is that, can you believe that this is the 4th one? Like, I always thought it was Metroid 4, like, oh, it was the 4th in the series, like, chronologically, but this is actually the one that came right after Super Metroid.
Really?
Yeah.
There's a huge gap without Metroid games. I figured.
Yeah, it was like 5 years, 4 years, I don't know.
That's good. Well, then...
Oh man, Let's Plays are easy. Like, it's not hard to be good at making them, you know. But the slightest things will set me off sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And something I really don't like
Yeah.
is like really thick accents. Like, I hate to say it, I hate to be that guy, but wow, like some accents are just like, no, can't do it.
I like, you know, like Facaphone?
I like him actually.
Oh, here's another shout out. I'll
Yes.
put a link to his videos and.
All right, I'm doing it right
He's
now.
more popular than us, so it's kind of weird. Anyway, his name is Facaphone. He's awesome. He's hilarious. He does reviews and walkthroughs. He's very funny. He's French and he's Canadian, so maybe he's not trying to be funny.
I think he is.
Yeah, he definitely is. Anyway, it's good. You should watch him. He animates his reviews, and they're funny.
And like,
Facaphone.
back to what I was saying, British accents are like generally pleasant.
Oh, the reason why I brought that up, she said he hated accents. He has an
Yeah.
accent, very strong accent.
Yeah,
No,
I'm gonna save it. No, don't save it. Anyway, yeah, British accents are generally pretty pleasant, but there are just some I can't listen to. They drive me insane. I don't know. I wish I could give you an example, but that would be kind of mean.
I think. Well, you have a heavy accent too.
Shit.
You have a heavy American accent.
I do not. I sound like a man of.
You have
no
a heavy
culture.
Texas accent.
I do.
You're from the South.
You really don't.
You're from the
mixing your-
South,
you're mixing
man.
your Star Wars
Oh, okay.
accents with your
Speaking in
Southern
sense, like,
accents.
okay, so yeah, we're from Texas, and we get a lot of like Texas accents.
Yeah,
A lot of
wherever you work.
a lot of Southern accents. Not where I live. Where I live, we get a lot of like Cholo and Chola accents. Anyway, that's not the point. Anyway, what I generally don't really mind the Southern accent, but there's some things that just like get me going like real good. Like for one thing, I hate it when they say tin instead of 10. Like that's 10 points. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
It
think
bugs
so.
me so much.
This isn't necessarily a Southern thing, but I hate when people say set instead of sit. Sit down.
Sit down.
Sit down, son.
What else bugs me? I hate it when people call me hun.
I like that actually.
I don't like
It feels warm.
I don't like it. I don't like when
It
people
feels
call me
warm
hun. I
and
don't-
friendly.
Maybe just because certain people whose name I won't mention, you might know him. I'm not even gonna like allude to it. But there's some person that was in our early lives that wasn't necessarily related to us that said hun. They called me hun all the time, and I didn't like it.
You mean bearer of bad news? Think about it. Anyway, she was Southern, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
I don't know the reference. Anyway, whatever. So.
It's really mean, so I'm not gonna tell you about it. But...
Oh gosh. Okay. So yeah, I just didn't like that very much. And
Broken toe.
oh gosh. So there's some other things I don't
feel
like
so
about
dirty.
the Southern accent. That just bugs me. But whatever.
I have so much time to think about this stuff. I'm sure you do too when you're at work and there's like no one really around or you're like not talking to anybody. Like the way people just like, observe people. That's what I really like about my job. Because you just like you look at all these people from different nationalities and you judge them severely. Like there's all these Mexicans, which is not a rare sight in our city, but I saw these
Yeah,
Mexicans
really?
who were probably from Mexico, and they had all these like fat children, and they all had like rat tails.
Oh god.
And, like,
oh no. Oh.
yeah. It was, and some of them were like, oh, it's like slight, it's okay, living, but others were like not. They're how do I put this? They should not be acceptable. They're unacceptable rat tails.
So it's funny you should say that. Okay, so there's a generalization that I've come to see, and this is from like observance, is that usually rich Mexicans from Mexico are very rude. Just very, very rude.
This is gonna go against what a lot of liberals like to think, but I think rich Americans tend to be like the nicest.
Yeah, they really are.
people.
They're very nice. Anyway, rich Mexicans seem to be very rude. I don't know if it's to everybody or just people that like are like service in the service industry. Like I am guest service. I help them play games. So not necessarily like I have to help them. You know, whatever they need, I can do it. Anyway, they tend to be very, very rude to me, and just like I've heard that other people that maybe work at stores and work at restaurants feel the same way. But there was this guy today, and he was definitely very rich, and he was definitely from Mexico. because yeah, well, you can tell.
Yeah.
Anyway, nicest guy friggin' I've ever met, and I almost he almost just made me change my whole mind about how I feel about those people. Anyway, he was just like so nice to me. He's like, I bet you had a hard day today. It was raining and it must be really hard. I'm like, oh, I'm so glad that you stuck around. That takes a lot. And instead of this like thick accent, so it just made it even more charming for some reason. Anyway, it was like, oh, and then he, yeah, like something like that. Yeah,
to the American viewers, mijo means my son, and it's like something like Mexicans say to people as like a term.
Anyway, he was like, you could pat me on the back of it, and you shouldn't let me touch. Like, oh. Anyway, then he's like, he had 2 kids, and his kids were nice too, which is weird. And just in general, kids are pretty bad. Anyway.
Oh, and that brings me to another thing.
Yeah, we'll stop. But so then he wanted to play the game. This game was like a difficult game, but his son really liked Angry Birds, and that was the prize.
Oh,
so he's like, I want to try a game. Is it difficult? Like, he's like, yes. Like, oh well, I want to try it anyway. How much is it? Like,
is that an Asian?
No, I can't. It's $5. It's $5 for this game, sir. He's like, oh well, that's great. I want to play and try it out. And if I don't win, that's okay. Like, it's still a good day. I'm like,
it's still a good day.
It's still a good day. I came here from Mexico. I didn't get a rain. Anyway,
it's still a good day. That kind of sounds kind of Russian.
Anyway,
it's hard. It's so hard, but you're around it so much.
Oh gosh. So he was just really nice, and then he played again, and he actually didn't win. But I gave him a present anyway. Don't tell him. Don't tell my.
Oh, but one of your coworkers.
That's fine. I'm sorry. But anyway, great guy. Hope he has a good day. If you're watching this, I love you.
Okay, here's something that might be interpreted as racist, but like positive racism. Black people that come to the park that have like the money to get to the park.
Oh, of course.
Like, well, that's not racist. Anyway, they're like the most polite people that come to us. Their children are always like really well behaved, and they always say thank you. Can you believe that?
Yeah,
like
I think it's because
not even white or middle class children say.
I think it's because like Black people tend to like raise their kids as discipline.
Yeah, and like there's so many negative stereotypes. The actually good people, like
there's a lot of good. Like I think the majority of Black people
are nice.
African Americans that I come in contact with, the work are very pleasant. And it's very like a good experience. I never usually have anything bad to say about them, but you know something I've noticed about Black people. I always sound like I'm saying a bad word when I'm saying that. Anyway,
I got used to it.
It's when they come in and play the game, they call everything that we give away bears. Like there's this one, there's this today, for instance, and this is like every single time. Today we give away killer whales.
Oh, come on.
I had to say it.
I'm gonna edit it out. I'm gonna bleep it out like a bad word.
We give away something that's definitely not a bear. It's an aquatic mammal.
Yes.
And anyway, he's like today this is a basketball game, and he's like, "Oh, can we get this bear?" You have to flip that out too, I guess.
Okay, listen. I think we should stop right here.
Why?
Because you put it on late, so it's like.
Oh, anyway. So,
and we're gonna do something. So, that's enough for this episode.
Don't call things that aren't bears bears.
You can continue that story next episode.
Oh gosh,
I mean, leave them hanging. You leave them hanging. Give them something to
That's a terrible.
dangle a carrot in front of their face.
That's pretty much all I got.